Hello, this is RobotnikIsSexy and his very loud washing machine, and this is an NU match I had just, I don't know, an hour or so ago with the one, the only, the killeraxx2000, who, he's a cool guy. He added me on Skype because he wants to battle me, because I'm a cool guy too, and as you can see, this is his NU team. We had an RU match before this match where there was a disconnect, but he definitely pretty much had the game wrapped up with his Haunch Crow, and then a while after that he asked for an NU match, and here we are. And as you can see, he's got pretty much a lot of staples of NU. He's got Magmortar, who is a pain in the ass, Regirock, who is kind of a pain in the ass, but less of a pain in the ass, Ursaring, who is a pain in the ass, but I do have Swellow to counter Ursaring. It was a hard, complete counter to Ursaring. He's got Pinsir, which it could be a Scarfer, or it could be kind of more of a support set. He has Gorbis, which does the Shush and Pass, the Smash and Pass, and then he has Exeggutor, which doesn't really threaten me too much, in my opinion, although it can carry that sleep powder. So, here we go. I took an ass load of time. I took a lot of time writing down his team and thinking about who to lead with, so much so that he complained about it on Skype, but that's okay. Maybe he had to do something and couldn't wait. Anyway, first turn I'm just gonna put up those nice old toxic spikes. Uses Earthquake, doesn't even bring me down to my Sturdy, and I'm just gonna use more Toxic Spikes, and he's actually gonna use Stealth Rocks, which is kind of interesting. Doesn't really matter, it's always good to get those Stealth Rocks up, and but it does give me the opportunity to set up one layer of spikes, and he's just gonna Earthquake, which will kill me, which is a little sad. So I'm at kind of a disadvantage already because I've lost a Pokemon, but on the other hand, he has no Rapid Spinners. He has a lot of grounded Pokemon. All his Pokemon are grounded, so everything is going to be badly poisoned by the Toxic Spikes. So I'm going to go into Happy Tree, my Jolly Max Speed Torterra, and Rock Polish. And I am fearing the Toxic from my last NU match. I'm kind of afraid he will Toxic me, but he doesn't actually. He is going to switch out, which is pretty great for me. He switches into his Magmortar, which is honestly kind of a weird move, but you know, it's kind of whatever, because maybe I was a bulky subseeding thing, but I am max speed Rock Polish, so I'm going to outspeed him nicely with that Rock Polish +2 max speed Jolly Nature, and clear out his Magmortar with an Earthquake, and that is an incredibly good thing for me. So the score is even right now, with me at a significant advantage because I have a setup Pokemon and 2 layers of Toxic Spikes on the field. So, communicating, please stand by. Washing machine. I think it's gonna go into Pinsir? I'm not sure. I don't actually remember, even though this wasn't too long ago. No, he's gonna go into Exeggutor, which is interesting. I am definitely fearing the Sleep Powder, but I am gonna switch out and kind of switch into Mismagius as you know, sleep bait, just to get something of mine to sleep, pretty much. And he is going to end up going for the Leaf Storm, which is pretty great, because as you're going to see, Pearl can take it pretty well, because I am the Calm Nature with the Eviolite and all that, and it's not even going to do half. No, wait, I'm wrong. It's going to do over half, but that's okay, because I feel like I can live another one if he wants to go for it, so I'm just going to Pain Split whatever, which is cool. And he's going to take a moment here to withdraw his Executor and go into Gorbis, which is honestly a pretty cool move. Gonna use that Pain Split, and then he's gonna munch on those leftovers, which is kind of annoying, but the poison kind of negates the leftovers a little bit, and then I am going to hit him with that big Hex, because I've got a Toxic Spike team, and Hex plus Toxic Spikes is like pretty cool. It's not gonna kill him though. Maybe I should run like a little special attack investment just so Hex does kill things, but I don't know. Probably not. So I was hoping the poison would take him out, but because of those really annoying leftovers, he's gonna live with a little bit and take me out with a Surf, which is kind of okay. I don't know. It's gonna be a double down because of the toxic poison. So yeah, that's just gonna be what happens there. So it is a double down, so we're both going to throw out a Pokemon at the same time, which means no one has a switch advantage. I figure now is a good as time as any to send up Birdemic and get my Toxic Orb activated and generally Scout, because if Pinsir is going to switch out and retreat, then I can be pretty sure he's not Scarfed. So Protect is pretty good for that. He is going to go on the offensive, showing me he is Scarfed, which it kind of makes sense with the team he has going. It really does make sense, because he doesn't really have a lot of fast Pokemon besides Quick Feet Ursaring, which pretty much every Ursaring is Quick Feet unless you're running Trick Room, which is really uncommon, but I've seen it work. So I'm going to predict that he is locked in to Stone Edge and go into Party Dude. And he's going to do Stone Edge, and it's going to do quite a lot, actually. Yeah, and I'm just going to set up a Shell Smash. And he's going to switch out here. He could have stayed in and tried to finish me off with a couple Stone Edges, but he probably would have missed at least one of them, which would have helped me a lot. I think he probably would have outsped me even with my +2 speed. I'm not really sure. So I don't know. I'm not really sure who would be faster, Scarfed Pinsir or max speed Caracosta, because Caracosta really isn't that fast. And he's going to go into Executor, obviously not predicting or expecting that I am a mixed attacker with Ice Beam, actually. I don't think Smogon actually recommends Ice Beam, which I think is a little crazy, because I have a big weakness to Grass, and if you're a Grass type, I can blow you up real nice with an Ice Beam. So that is exactly what I'm going to do to Executor, and he faints, which is great. And he's going to go into Pinsir, who my quandary is going to be answered, because Pinsir, I remember now, Pinsir does outspeed me, and perhaps he had a thing. Whatever. He's just going to kill me with the CC, which is a nice clean kill. Oh, I could have done some things a bit differently here. I could have, well, I don't know. I definitely played pretty well. This is a very, very tight match, very close, and both of us are playing really offensively. I don't think I could have really Toxic Stalled his Pinsir especially well, especially since Stealth Rocks are on the field. But I'm going to go into Happy Tree here, knowing that I can take a close combat. And I'm going to go for the Rock Polish. Not exactly sure if I'm going to outspeed him next turn or not. Yeah, so just going on a gut feeling, and it pays off, actually. To my surprise, I am going to outspeed him next turn because I am max speed, which max speed Torterra is actually pretty damn fast. Gonna go for that Stone Edge, and it is going to hit, which is high risk, high reward, really exciting, stiff. So Pinsir is down, which is a huge threat. He goes into Ursaring here, and I'm thinking a Woodhammer is probably going to KO, but it doesn't, and if I had gotten my Stealth Rocks up, that would be a dead Ursaring, but I didn't, so Earthring is going to revenge me with that facade, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Now I should have gone for my own facade here and saved my protect for another turn, just to like Toxic Stall his last Pokemon, which is going to be a Regirock. But I just go for the cocky protect on his Earthring, so he will fall to some peripheral poison damage, and now he's going to go into his full health Regirock, who is now going to get badly poisoned and hit with the layer of spikes. And Birdemic is just going to use Facade because it has nothing else to do. This is a really interesting. I only have Swallow and Bastiodon left, and at the time I was thinking, hey, I've got this pretty much wrapped up and in the bag because Bastiodon is sturdy. But I forgot that Stealth Rocks had been set up, so yeah, my sturdy is not intact, so I'm pretty much thinking good game, I've lost. But, you know, this was a really good match, this guy does play really fiercely offensive, but he goes for the Earthquake, and I live with 26 HP and fire off a Metal Burst and win the game, surprisingly. So must have been some mid-damage, or maybe Bastiodon is the best Pokemon ever made, but I barely live in a counterattack for the win, so yeah. That is a pretty darn exciting NU match, I have to say. And yeah, it's going to be RobotnikIsSexy.